Hello, my name's Ekello Herod, and this is Ekello Photo. All right, this is a special one, y'all. This is a big deal. Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro has just dropped. I mean, it was about an hour ago that the very, very nice CEO of Blackmagic decided to change my life. I am probably going to purchase this camera. I thought it was going to be somewhere around $4,500 when he started talking about this thing. And no, that's not what happened. What happened was there was the Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. And that Pocket Cinema Camera 4K only worked with a micro four thirds lens, and it was a beautiful little camera. It was based on its original, which was the Pocket Cinema Camera. The Pocket Cinema Camera was this little teeny itty bitty witty bitty camera, and that camera changed pretty much the world. People hacked into that thing and made that thing do some of the most amazing things. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. All right. Then they followed it up with the 4K, really kind of built on all of those things that they kind of got wrong when they first did that camera. Then they did the 6K, and guess what they did? They took that micro four thirds away and made it so that you could put EF lenses on. And I don't know if you can see it right over there, but see right there, that's a lot of EF lenses right over there. I mean, a lot of them. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 lenses, and it's including the one that's on my 5D that I'm 5D Mark II, which I'm using to do as my webcam, because Canon just released a webcam utility that makes it pretty much amazing to have a webcam that's one of your old Canon cameras that is sitting around. I've got a T3i back there too that I could use as a secondary camera. And Blackmagic, all right, I digress. After the 4K, they created the 6K, and the 6K added an EF lens. But that's pretty much it. It has a Super 35 sensor. It has an EF lens. It shoots in 6K, so it has a more robust processor in it. But they didn't change the size of the thing. They didn't change anything other than the fact that you can put an EF lens on there now. So, and that it shoots in 6K as opposed to 4K. Incidentally, 4K, when you're using a 6K sensor and you're deciding to shoot in 4K or to crop in or anything like that, it's much more advantageous to have a higher resolution camera, video camera, in order to facilitate cleaner and better 4K. So even if you're just using the whole sensor to shoot 4K, I mean, it's like a no-brainer. It's pretty awesome. Okay. Now, today, this man sits there and he gives us a tilted screen. He gives us ND filters. He gives us a battery grip and an electronic viewfinder. He basically takes care of all of the things that you've been having a problem with your Pocket 4K and 6K. The screen tilts, y'all. The screen tilts. All right. It's time to go over to the Blackmagic site and take ourselves a look at what's probably going to be my next camera. I can't believe this. I mean, it's basically the C70 at half the price. All right, let's get to it. Okay, everyone, welcome to the brand new universe. This right here is the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro. All right, this thing, they're right. It is the next generation right here. This EF is sold separately. The grip is sold separately, but I mean, look at the size of it. It is actually a bit bigger than the original 6K and 4K. It's bulkier for just all of the right reasons. To add the tilting screen on the back, to add room for the IVF, which is the electronic viewfinder. I can't explain to you how excited I am. Programmable buttons on top, and it's lightweight, and look at the size of it compared to the other cameras. This is the 4K, and the 4K, I tell you what, it was a lot of people bought this camera, and a lot of people have made some very, very fine films with this camera. And I almost bought this camera. So close to buying this camera, but I didn't feel like doing all of the adapting to the EF lenses and stuff like that. What came next was unexpected. Right here, the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K. And as you can see, EF lenses, and I got a lot of them. So I was pretty excited about it, and I had almost pulled the trigger last year on this very same camera, but I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure that part of my stimulus package is going towards this, the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K. Okay, let's read some copy. Here we go. Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K, featuring a larger 6144 by 3456 Super 35 sensor and EF lens mount. The Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K lets you use larger EF photographic lenses to create a cinematic image with shallower depths of field, allowing for creative defocused backgrounds and gorgeous bokeh effects. Whew. All right, let's talk about, let's see, grip controls. Let's see, let's go back to let's flip it around to the front here. All right, looks like the front and top of the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera is, how about the Pocket 6K Pro? Why don't we start calling it the Pocket 6K Pro? Features the front and top of the Pocket 6K Pro features record, stop, and still buttons. Okay, all right, all of the same stuff from before. And the back, oh yeah, all of the same stuff, kinda. I mean, really, really like locked into that family right there. Yes. See, this is the reason right here. That right there is, let me just explain to you. Canon really dipped deep into the EF land. They built cinema lenses. They built regular lenses. They built vintage lenses. They built things where you can adapt vintage lenses onto. It's amazing how many different lenses, and as life goes on, they may have stopped making EF lenses for Canon may have. I mean, I'm not saying that they did, but they may very well stop making EF lenses someday. And when they do, there'll be a very large and robust secondary market for these lenses. All right. Let us talk about, the ND filters. All right. As you can see, these they go 4 stops. Let's see. how many? 6 stops and clear. 6 stops. It's and I'm pretty sure, I bet there's a little bit of, wow, that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. All right. I have wanted indie filters. I can literally take this camera and one, my mind is blown here. Okay. I could take this camera and one lens, my EF L series 24 to 105, 1.4. I can take that with me all over the world and basically live the good life. I mean, that and a decent, a robust, the touch screen for fast setup that tilts, baby. Touch screen tilts down, touch screen tilts up. It doesn't tilt side to side. This isn't a vlogging camera. Do not ask for it to be a vlogging camera because it is not a vlogging camera. So, very nice though. A big, huge screen. I cannot wait for the third-party accessories for hooding this screen. It's going to be on like Donkey Kong. And lots of spaces for Velcro. Look at that. It's perfect. God bless. This is a really exciting, and it's, the kicker is how much it costs. But we won't talk about that just yet. Look at that animation. They really know what they have here, y'all. This is the optional viewfinder for professional shooting. And it's a glass viewfinder, and has lots of places for it to focus, has eyepieces, medium, cinematic left, cinematic right. I love it. And professional connections, except for the SDI, which everyone really wishes they had. But, you got to have some compromises. If you put SDI in there, 1, it'll cost a lot more. And 2, it'll take up a lot more room because the little switcher inside that hooks up the HDMI is very small, and a SD one is kind of built from like analog days, and so it takes more room. All right. And last but no, they added in a dual microphones, by the way. So you can go phantom power, dual microphones, and they can be stereo. So you can have one place, one the other place, and you can be holding an interview with, it's freaking added a microphone. It's pretty amazing. All right, let's see. Stereo input, which I'm not exactly sure. You can put LUTs on there. USB-C recording to media disc, something that has been carried over from all of the other pocket cinema cameras. Built-in time code generation, so you can get multi-camera. See, I'll end up with like 4 of these damn cameras, and oh my God, I cannot believe this. And let's see, anything else? Localized languages, wireless Bluetooth camera, remote control, which I'm sorry, but it's the bomb to be able to do that. But that's still nothing specific to any. There we are. Now we're at the power, baby. Power for batteries. I'm going to go right on and read this one. Power for batteries. 12-volt DC and recharge via USB-C. The BlackMagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K and 6K use removable LPE6 type batteries, while the 6K Pro model uses larger MPF570 batteries. By the way, y'all, I got a lot of these batteries. I am not lying. And locking a locking DC power connector is used so that you won't have to worry about losing power during a shoot. Plus, the included AC power pack can power the camera and charge the battery simultaneously. And you also get a set of international socket adapters for worldwide use. Even the USB-C expansion port can trickle charge the battery, so you can use portable battery packs, mobile phone chargers, or laptops. Wow. All right, so all of that's cool. BlackMagic Pocket Cinema camera grip. The Pro grip's right over here, and it's pretty slick. The other one, all right, so this is what I suspected. They shoehorned this battery grip into their line, and it's mostly because, let's be real, y'all, they didn't expect everybody to moan and gripe about the power as much. But as you can see, there's no stock here, and so therefore, obviously, they were thinking about the design of this camera from start to finish. Look at the beautifousness of this thing. It's pretty amazing. All right, let's keep going. DC cable pack. And yeah, you can use it in a live studio with all of their switchers and all of their stuff, which, by the way, that could be an entirely different Ikello photo, all about their little switchers and everything. And to be honest with you, if you could get, a few of these cameras, it's pretty amazing how large of a setup you can have in such a short amount of time. Now, let's talk about that price, y'all. This thing is $2,495. That is $2,500. $2,500. The original Pocket Cinema camera, that's what that went for. The 6K, that's how much that went for. Obviously, the Pocket 4K has been that price forever. It's probably not going to change anytime soon. But what they did do was, because they had to shoehorn the battery pack into the other one, it costs more to develop, it costs more to deploy, it costs more. This one doesn't have an extra little stock, doesn't have all that stuff to have to connect everything. It has a nice little port on it. And that port connects to a little port under the Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro. Dear God, why am I doing that? The Pocket 6K Pro. And it just works like a charm. And that's it. And that's why it's for $100 less. And then there's the EVF, which is, it should be like $500, but it's a purchase you can make at a later time. It's pretty badass, but it's a purchase you can make at a later time. And that's it. I have seen my first cinema camera, and it is the BlackMagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro. My name is Ikello Herod, and holy crap, this has been Ikello Photo, and I hope that very soon that the camera that I'm with is the BlackMagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro, and then I will love it. But if you don't have that camera, do me a favor and love the camera that you're with.